Eliza Dushku's cry for attention, Facebook allowed spying. A review of Ellen DeGeneres' new stand-up comedy special on Netflix, Relatable, and in a Patreon exclusive, Trump threatens a government shutdown. Hey, I have a lot to complain about, so let's do this.
The recently canceled podcast with Von Fry.
Hey, how goes it? So, we're gearing up for Christmas here. Some of you may be hearing some of this a little after. So what? If you want to hear it early, hit up the Patreon, patreon.com/Von Fry. $1 a month gets you full access to the recently canceled podcast. Otherwise, I'm going to be sprinkling episodes out on YouTube, aside from that exclusive about Trump, because, hey, YouTube can't handle politics. Let's dive into our first topic here. Actress Eliza Dushku. Now, I seem to have, using my amateur journalism abilities here, I did take some journalism in college, and then I realized that the teacher who's saying, hey, the newspapers are always going to be there, I'm like, I have a feeling they're not. And then I got out of that shit and found the super lucrative film department where I now make no money. Anyways, Eliza Dushku, it's been revealed that she won a settlement of $9.5 million from CBS from her ousting on the series Bull. Now, I've seen maybe 2 episodes of Bull, and she wasn't like a principal cast member in season 1 when I watched it, but it seemed like an okay show. It's just this guy, Michael Weatherly, plays this dude, Dr. Bull. Great name. Not. And he works in the line of like trying to influence juries, and they have like mock juries, and he tries to figure out if you can win your trial. And so it's a little bit different than the usual procedural lawyer stuff, okay? I guess she was slated to be joining the cast and being a regular cast member. And through the point of 3 years, she would have made on her contract $9.5 million, which is okay. That's not chump change. That's all right for an actress who hasn't been in a movie in a while. Well, this actress was at the head of the Me Too movement. Remember that little shindig last year? She was at the forefront talking about how on the set of True Lies, she was molested by a stunt coordinator, a guy who was supposed to be watching out for her safety. Fondled her, had her go to his hotel room and chased her around, and she got out, and it was horrifying, right? Remember that? Or am I crazy, or do I remember that? I remember her saying that, right? Well, now claims come out against Michael Weatherly and the stuff he did to her. And I don't think all of this really lines up with how she's saying it. Because, okay, hold on. He harasses her on camera, and I want to be careful that I don't get sued here. In front of all these people, it's recorded. He says things like, hey, you want to go back to my rape van? It's got all this stuff. It sounds to me like he's joking, but it may be inappropriate jokes for the workplace. I can understand that. I'm with you, girl. It's not appropriate in a typical workplace. There are different rules in Hollywood. Understand the context of your work, and maybe there was something in the script. Maybe there was something about a van, and he jokes, hey, that's the rape van. Whatever. If he's not doing something to you physically, then maybe it's not that big of a deal. She says, and here's the quote from New York Magazine's Twitter about this. So they're quoting this. Eliza Dushku says she was subjected to, and here's the quotes, the most cruel, most aggressive humiliations I've ever experienced, end quote, on the set of CBS series Bull. Now, using my memory, isn't the most cruel, humiliating, all that shit, wasn't that on the set of True Lies if that happened? I think what we have here with the Me Too movement And yeah, there a lot of it's valid. Okay, the time's up. Me too. Okay, I got you. There's some validity there, but we also have a lot of actresses who have faded out of the limelight for various reasons. Maybe age, and they want to get paid still. They don't like how a guy can drift into 40, 50, get a hit TV series, and make a lot of money, and they're just seen as some old chick. And of course, she's 37. Michael Worthley, he's like, what, 50, 51? So yeah, there is some age play there. The older guy gets the younger gal opposite him because you can have a 50-year-old looking guy who doesn't look that bad. How many 50-year-old gals do you see look decent? J-Lo? That's all I can think of. Is Jennifer Aniston 50? She doesn't look that bad, but you're not going to get her on a series for 3 years for $9.5 million, are you? So it's things to consider. I think Miss Dushku, and I think I've heard her name mispronounced recently, Dushku. I don't think that's it. I think Eliza is looking for money here, and she's looking for headlines. She got the money, and then instead of just keeping the settlement quiet, let's just speak up and get them headlines too. Segue that into a nice little book deal. Maybe you make some talk show rounds. You could drum up some sympathy for another project. And that's really the name of the game.